Regeneration is the next element of salvation. And regeneration deals with the fact that we're dead. We're inoperative. We're like a cell phone without battery, like a computer that's not plugged in, it's not online. So we need to be regenerated. We need divine life. That's what regeneration is. And the gift of salvation is this. Paul put it this way, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When we're regenerated, we can do stuff we've never been able to do before. I love this. I was invited, I remember in the 90s, I was invited to go to Russia. And they said that there's just this widespread gospel spread throughout Russia, and people were being saved all the time. And these men were, a lot of their wives had been saved, the babushkas they called them, but these men, these vodka-drinking men, had not come to Christ until later in life. And when they came to Christ, they started reading the Bible, and they said, oh, that's impossible, to love your wife that way and to be kind to your children. Because they were, these rough, tough, drinking, drag their wife by the hair kind of men, but they got saved. But when they were taught the Bible, they would say, that's impossible. And we say, you're right. But because of regeneration is when God gives me, as Ezekiel put it, a new heart and a new spirit, takes away the stony one, the hard, the one you were, the old you, and gives us a soft heart so that we can do all things. But we can only do all things through Christ, and He's the one that strengthens us. So if that man could not be kind to his wife, it was not because Christ didn't have the strength, and it wasn't that Christ could communicate that strength. It was that he was doing it without Christ. He was disconnected. Me. And by the way, that works with anything. Some people say, I could never forgive that person. I can do all things. They say, I can never resist my besetting sin. I can do all things. Do you understand this works for anything? It's a choice. Then, Colossians 2:10 says, and you are complete in Him. I have everything to make it through life in Christ. That word, by the way, complete, Colossians 2:10, the word plerao is repeated 7 times. It's the theme, by the way, of Colossians. This complete life. And what it says is that I have, the instant of salvation, God planted within me everything I need to make it through life. Everything. All I have to do is unpack it, unwrap it, use it. Now, I don't know about you, but we have a cordless phone at home, and if someone calls, especially those that talk more than 30 seconds, you got to keep working, So I put the phone here, and I'm emptying the trash, out in the garage, and then I'm going out and, checking the front steps. And what I have done is I've tested the limits of the phone. I know how far I can get. I even go out and cut flowers for Bonnie in the summer while I'm talking on the phone because I found the flower bed is in reach. But what happens if I go one step too far? What? Yeah, connection, gone. Did you know when you aren't making it through life, do you know what's happened? You've gotten out of range of the base of Christ. You are not abiding in Christ. You've wandered too far away. Because if you're connected to Christ, I have everything to make it through life. Everything to make it through life. The gift of reconciliation, this is critical. We're enemies of God at birth. Every child born into this world is an enemy of God. We need to be reconciled. What is reconciliation? Right here. I am accepted in Christ Jesus. It says in Ephesians 1:6, I'm accepted in the beloved. Have you ever noticed what kids will do to get accepted? Have you ever noticed what adults will do to get accepted? People want to be accepted in a group that they find value in, that will value them. And they will do almost anything. They'll wear, they'll change, they'll modify so they fit in and get accepted. You know what Christ says? You're already accepted in the beloved. You're already in the best gang of all. You're in the best group. That's what reconciliation does. I'm accepted. And it goes on to say, John 15:15, Jesus said, I no longer call you servants, I call you friends, because I've revealed to you my plans. Do you know, some people, they just want to, they want to be a part of something bigger than them. They want to make friends with the rich and the famous or the popular or whatever. Jesus said, but you already got the best. Why are you so worried about anything less than that? You know, a lot of people, they say, oh, everybody has so many friends and they get all these calls and everything, but I have Christ. What want I more? That's what it means to open the gift of salvation.